Hey, listen. After the show, we'll be smoking on a Tom Brady pack. That nigga just lost like a whole out here, 31-14 to the Dallas Cowboys. So now we officially have the NFC and AFC divisional round set, and I think we should get into the playoff topic. If you guys,
Jaguars versus.
So let's break
Cowboys.
it down. This is our NFL segment. This is my ESPN Fox Sports audition. Let's talk about the NFL. First of all, once again, if you didn't catch the beginning of the show, I want to show y'all niggas. AFC South 2022 Division champs. Wild card weekend winners. 27 0-point comeback against the Los Angeles Chargers. White Jesus, a.k.a. Trevor Lawrence, went from 4 interceptions to 4 touchdowns, and the third biggest comeback in NFL playoff history, 5th biggest comeback in NFL history. It was always the Jags. It was always the Jags. Look at the fit, nigga. Look at the goddamn fit.
Jaguar fans is overzealous.
The Yeezys with the hoodie. Put some respect on Duval County. Trevor Lawrence. Go ahead, Robert.
I know you're proud of him. I'm proud of him too. I am. I'm not a Jags fan.
We going to the Super Bowl, man.
3rd straight nationally televised Saturday night game. 2nd straight game on NBC. Go ahead, Robert. I'm sorry.
So between Lawrence and Mahomes, I know who you got. But in the football,
the Great White Hope.
In the football world, though, who you think though? QB duel. Because I'll be honest with you,
what Anthony just typed?
I don't care what Anthony typed. I don't care about what's in the fucking league. Now look,
if Joe Burrow can go into Kansas City and get a win up out of there, Trevor Lawrence can go into Kansas City and get a win up out of there.
Now
Jags.
I'm not for the Chiefs defense. I'm no bitch for the Chiefs defense, but I believe Trevor Lawrence can do some things. But that's Pat Mahomes. They ain't got Tyreek, but they still out here doing things.
Jags by 8.
By 8?
Jags by 8. Matter of fact, Jags by 11. Final score 31-20. Jacksonville Jaguars.
31-20. Jacksonville Jaguars over the Kansas City Chiefs. At Kansas City?
At Kansas City. Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. on NBC Peacock Network.
January 21st?
Not the 22nd and not the 20th.
January 21st?
Not the 20th or the 22nd.
This month. Birthday month. My birthday month. 21st. 4:30.
What's the comment? Can you read the comment on the screen?
Nobody give a damn about Anthony when he's saying, nigga.
Jags to the Super Bowl, man.
I respect the confidence. I respect the confidence.
Come back from 27-0.
I can't say shit because I ain't got nobody in the motherfucking playoffs. But
tell me let's talk about how you feel about Ravens, man.
Look, man, Ravens.
Quan, if you got the number, call in now. Quan, how you feel about Ravens? Talk about the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
My team played out. What's up?
Jags play Saturday afternoon again. I will be somewhere, probably Hop Tinger. I'll be somewhere watching a game with my shades on. I
told myself I was gonna start drinking this month, but
I ain't stopping.
I definitely finna link up.
I ain't gonna stop drinking till the Jags lose.
I definitely would have be at the bar.
6 weeks straight, bitch.
I definitely want to be at the bar for when this shit pop off, though. Real shit.
This nigga said Anthony on mushrooms. That shit's crazy. So let's just talk about it real quick. Okay, so
first off, quick on the Ravens, bro. We played our ass off. We did better than we were supposed to do. Because we ain't have our star and everything. Tyler Huntley, he played a very good game.
Listen, number 1 receiver, Duvernay out. Number 2 receiver, Bateman out. And number 1 quarterback out. So you had a second-string quarterback with 3rd and 4th string wide receivers and a running back off of ACL.
But like you said, J.K. Dobbins leading the league in rushing since he's
week
come
12.
Back. since week 12. Since he's come back from his ACL, they leading league in rushing. So, like, you know what I'm saying? We turned up. You know, Tyler Huntley did what he had to do. It ain't Tyler, but it's Tyler. He did what he had to do. He made some good plays. Our defense showed out. You know what I'm saying? We just, like we said, we talked about that last play, him trying to reach over the goal line. Just wasn't close enough, yo. They probably should have did something else to get closer before they did that play. But you know what I'm saying? I'm okay with my Ravens and what they did. We wasn't like the San Diego Chargers or LA Chargers, but shit. We did what we had to do.
So let's break down game by game. Chiefs Jaguars, what are your thoughts?
I'm not gonna go. At this point, we talked about this. At this point, Jaguars, low-key, they seem destined. It seemed like whatever go wrong, they gonna make it right. It's still Pat Mahomes, but we might be at a nail biter. I don't think the margin of victory gonna be as big as you say it is, but I think it's gonna be close. It might be another field goal game, down to the wire. I ain't gonna say Jaguars gonna lose, but I'm definitely saying it's gonna be tight.
Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
I'd rather Trevor Lawrence have the ball down for driving to the game-winning touchdown. I'd rather be down with Trevor Lawrence with the ball in his hands, driving outfield for the game-winning touchdown, than I would rather be up with Patrick Mahomes with the ball.
I'm gonna be blunt with you. I completely understand where you're coming from with that, because I feel like Trevor performed under pressure.
I'd rather lose the season
a cool ass white boy under pressure
with the ball in Trevor's hands than have a lead with Mahomes and more than 13 seconds left on the clock and the ball in his hands.
I ain't gonna lie, I give you that. I ain't got no hand in the pot. So
it doesn't matter. You act like the NFC East was a fucking powerhouse for years. Them niggas have been ass until this year. Stop acting like the 9-7 Redskins ain't win a division 2 years ago with Taylor Heineke. The Giants just got good because Brian Daboll knows how to dress up trash white quarterbacks, and now you talking shit because you just beat the Vikings, who were more trash than you guys. Until you go to Philadelphia and actually get a reasonable, meaningful win, stop talking to me like the Vikings aren't professional chokers, Avo. Okay, stop the goddamn games. Okay, Jags have no business. Whatever, man. White Jesus. Okay, so next game, we talked about Jags and Chargers, right? Yeah. What about the 49ers versus the Cowboys in San Francisco? A classic NFC royalty matchup. Cowboys 49ers for the division. What are your initial thoughts now that Cowboys have advanced and beat the Tom Brady-led Buccaneers?
First off, my cousin Antonio is a big Cowboys fan.
Yeah, he is. Hey, don't let me catch Tony last year when I had on that Deion Sanders and he lost.
Hey, look, Tony, a big Cowboys fan, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I always root for the underdog. I always root for the niggas that's not supposed to be here. I know the Jags, different story, but Brock Purdy, I like what Brock doing. I'm proud. I like Brock. Brock wasn't supposed to be here, but he here. You know what I'm saying? So they got a team and stuff like that. I don't really care about the Cowboys too much. So I personally, I like to see San Fran turn up, and that's a good rivalry right there. That's an age-old Dwight Clark, Joe Montana, fingertips,
Steve Young, Troy
Aikman. Hey, it's some hate
Deion
there.
versus Jerry.
It's some hate.
Roger Craig,
Deion
Ricky
went from
Waters,
San Fran, and then jumped over to Dallas, won a Super Bowl, both teams.
Hey, Charles Haley jumped from the Cowboys to the 49ers.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he got 5 rings off both them boys. So I think that's gonna be a good ass game, but I don't know. I low key would like the 49ers to win.
Personally, even though I'm a 49er fan by proximity because my uncle is a huge 49er fan, and that was one of the first things I ever just knew about as like a toddler. I went to Hyatt Street to cop that Deion jersey, so I do support 49ers. One of my friends, Rio, she lives in Los Angeles, but her family's 49er fan, so I always support 49ers. I'm gonna say, to be honest, I would love for the Dallas Cowboys to upset the 49ers in Candlestick with their backup quarterback and Dak Prescott and the 49ers. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys go to Philly for round 3. of the NFC Championship.
Now that I can understand. I can understand seeing Dak and them play the Philadelphia Eagles
in the in the NFC Championship in Philly against Jalen Hurts.
Talking right there. That's some shit talking right there.
Now let's get to this wash of a game between the Giants and Eagles. We already know the Eagles and Jalen Hurts are going to come in there and beat the damn dog shit out of Daniel Jones. The Eagles got like 5 guys with 10 sacks on their roster. It's not an exaggeration. They got at least 5 guys with 10 sacks on their roster. You're not going to be able to run the ball on them because their defensive line is lit. Bradbury, you goofy Giant fans, released James Bradbury just to go to your division rival, the Eagles. Now James Bradbury and Darius Slay present the top 2 cornerback tandem in the NFL. You don't even have a legit number 1 or number 2 receiver. You got Darius Slayton, who's a number 3 receiver, trying to go against Darius Slay. You know what I'm saying? Slayton is not going to be able to go against
Slay.
Yeah, or Bradbury. Galladay catches 1 pass every 25 weeks. So Philly,
Galladay ain't even fucking part of the discussion.
Eagles gonna lose to the Giants. Okay, hey, I got some New York people in the building. Hey, you New York fans, listen. I respect you, New York fans. You know what I'm saying? Support your Giants, man. For real, support your Giants. You guys got a big win. Daniel Jones threw for over 300 yards, rushed for 78 yards. First time playoff history.
Life.
Yeah. So salute to
Jacksonville. Got to win 2 more games for you to.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do when you're wild card team.
Oh man!
So looking at the Giants versus Eagles.
Oh man!
I think if the Eagles come out flat and rusty, the Giants have built their season off beating teams that are better than them that are playing flat and rusty. Week 1, they beat the Titans. Like, they've shown that they can beat teams that are better than them on paper that don't come out respecting the Giants' talent.
True.
So
I don't believe in Daniel Jones. I really don't.
I think the Giants can beat the Eagles.
I don't want them to.
I don't want them to, but the only reason I don't want them to, I don't truly feel like Giants are the best team in the NFC. Mm-hmm. It's not I don't want to because they're not like raw. Like the year 2008 when Plaxico shot himself, Giants were like the best team in the NFL that year.
True.
So it's sometimes Giants do have the best team, but most of the time Giants sneak in with a bullshit quarterback and a fire defense and end up winning the Super Bowl. I.e. Phil Simms, I.e. Jeff Hostetler. Like y'all just be on that BS.
Eli.
Right. So to the next game, which I'm excited about, is the Bengals and Bills. But I do feel like the for Josh Allen and Joe Burrow to be such worldly, the next step. Why'd y'all have such problem with second and third string quarterbacks at home?
True. That's the one thing people was like, don't put my Ravens down. But at the same time, when I looked at that game, I really thought like, yo, it should not be as close as it was, considering how many people we didn't have on our offense and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. Both teams were decimated offensively and came from clock management. And
Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, that right there is enough for me.
Bro, honestly, the fact that the Bengals ain't win this game by 2 touchdowns was enough pause for me to be like, okay, y'all niggas might not be lit.
Like on some last second, like,
and honestly, I feel like
lucky fumble recovery.
The Bills and the Bengals' worst nightmare were to play the Jags and the Chiefs. Jags and the Chiefs, I'm gonna keep the buck. I think that's gonna be an AFC Championship game. I think the Bengals and the Bills both fumbled this weekend and survived, and they're lucky they're playing each other because both don't look too hot. The Jags and the Chiefs, teams nobody in the NFL wants to see. If you look at it, Eagles are sputtering, right? 49ers, nobody really wants to see. They've been bullying everybody. But if we look at the top, 6-8 teams left?
Chiefs are always in discussion, and Jags are a young team. They're hungry. Jacksonville's hungry.
3 best teams in the NFL right now are the Jags, and it's not by order, but they're the Chiefs, 49ers, and Jaguars. Top hottest teams in the NFL.
Pat's always a problem, and you got 2 hungry teams that wasn't supposed to make it.
That's what I'm saying.
And they on a hot streak right now.
And the teams that are most fraudulent right now are the Giants, Eagles.
I still don't know how the Giants is even.
Giants, Eagles, Bills, and Bengals. And
they beat us in the regular season. They beat our Ravens in the regular season.
Right. And the Cowboys, because they just came out hot against 49ers, I'm going to give them props. They can get thrown in with us. Top 4 hot, top 4 not. Okay, did we just wrap up the division round? We wrapped up the Bengals. Oh, Bengals, Bills. Who do you got?
Bills.
I got Bengals.
I'm gonna go Bills.
I think Josh Allen gonna fold against Joe Cool.
But I ain't gonna lie. Josh has been a little weird. I ain't gonna lie. Last couple weeks, I say last 6 weeks, he hasn't been as consistent. He has some good games, but he's been a little.
This one to me, I feel like the AFC playoff picture is what the AFC playoff picture is gonna be for the next 5 to 8 years.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the Chiefs.
Because Pat and him always been there.
Right.
Trevor's finally getting in his groove, so he's definitely gonna be
Doug Peterson,
he's supposed to been for the last couple of years.
Top 4 quarterbacks right now in the AFC.
And then fucking Lamar, once he get back to his shit, hopefully with our team, he get a new contract and shit. Our defense has always been nice, and then Joe Burrow and them, they still pretty nice.
So tell me your NFC championship game and your AFC championship game before we move on to the next topic.
Because we got what? You got 49ers and
Cowboys. And then you got Eagles and Giants. So what's your NFC championship prediction?
49ers and Cowboys. I like a rivalry game, but
think it's gonna be 49ers Eagles?
I wouldn't mind 49ers Eagles, but so 49ers are playing
Dallas
now. Damn. I would love to see them in the AFC Championship. And then 49ers Dallas. Shit.
Come on, I need it quick.
I do Dallas and Eagles.
Okay, so you got Dallas, you got the Cowboys and Eagles NFC Championship game. What's your AFC Championship game prediction?
I'm going to go on a limb and say Dallas. I don't fully believe in that pick.
So you think Dallas is going to Super Bowl?
I don't fully believe in that pick. But
it's on record right now, so you better tell me what your next 2 week prediction.
Only because I'm going to go Dallas because they do have stuff to prove, but Dallas always proves us wrong in the playoffs. But at the same time, I feel like I like them a little better. I like Dak better than Jalen. I like Jalen, but I like Dak better than Jalen. I know that sounds.
So are you saying the Dallas Cowboys
over the Eagles going to the Super Bowl?
So you got the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Say
it right now. Say it with your chest. Tony,
raggedy than a bitch.
Cousin Tony.
That shit sound raggedy than a bitch.
Tony, cousin Tony, you hear Robert?
Tony,
co-signing you niggas.
Tony, we've been fighting since we
send this to Tony. Babies. Tony, I hope you see this.
I love you, cousin, but I'm gonna go ahead and get your Dallas Cowboys the nod to the Super Bowl. Damn, that didn't feel right saying that shit. I ain't like the way that sounds.
So I'm gonna go on my NFL pick.
Go ahead, nigga.
Oh no, give me your AFC pick. You didn't give me your AFC pick.
KC, Jags. Who other teams? KC, Jags.
Yeah, Bills, Bengals, Jags, Chiefs. Come on, stop beating around the bush. J Duck got Black and Mild, some chips, some gummies, and you ain't give me your pick yet. What's going on?
Because I'm Duval.
And he said, "Stop the cap, Rob," in all caps. What is your AFC championship prediction, Robert?
All right. So
10 seconds. Who?
Bills, Jaguars. Jaguars beat Bills.
You got Jaguars, Cowboys, Super Bowl.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn. I don't like the way that fucking sound. Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be this.
Ant, shut up.
The Bengals will beat the Bills. The Jaguars will beat the Chiefs. And the AFC Championship game will be in Cincinnati versus the Jaguars and Bills. No, Jaguars and Bengals. Trevor Lawrence will outduel Joe Burrow to the Super Bowl in the AFC Championship game. And I think the Eagles will beat the Giants. I think the 49ers will beat the Cowboys. I think the Eagles will beat the 49ers.
Get the fuck out the comments, Ant.
And the Super Bowl will be the Eagles versus the Jaguars.
Eagles
the
versus
rematch,
Jaguars?
Doug Peterson versus the old team. Eagles versus Jaguars in the Super Bowl.
If that comes to fruition, I ain't gonna say. You know what? No, let me. No. Actually, you know what? I'll put some money on it. But
If you can beat the Patriots with Nick Foles, you can beat anybody with fucking Trevor Lawrence.
This nigga said, "Rob, have you been drinking white?" First of all, don't act like
all right,
you
what
know
other
my
talks
life.
we got? I want to let's get to the home stretch of this show.